Hi everyone, Dawn White with PennLive here. I'm at the corner of Paxton and Cameron Street in Harrisburg. You can see there is a new billboard that is up here. And for more on this, I'm joined now by Wendy Lorenzo. Thanks for joining us.
Sure.
So that is your daughter Elizabeth,
right,
who's up on the billboard. What is her story for those who aren't familiar with it?
Well, Liz grew up with a little bit of some depression, anxiety, some bullying, but she was very anti-drug growing up. And after graduation, she went to beauty school and she got involved in a relationship with someone who was in active heroin addiction. And in the 2 years that she tried to help him out of addiction, it just led her down a dark path, unfortunately. Liz quickly got into rehab, and she was 19 months clean when she relapsed. And unfortunately, she was overprescribed prescription medications. And when that was mixed with pure fentanyl, her heart stopped and she died immediately on March 19th of 2017. Because my daughter really tried to help people, I tell people all the time she had a bigger heart than I probably will ever have, but it just became natural for me to start the Elizabeth Lorenzo Eye Care Foundation and to help other families, first of all, to get help if they are battling heroin or any drug addiction, and to keep other families from having to bury their children.
So the billboard that's behind you, how did you come up with the idea for that billboard, and what do you hope that it can accomplish?
Well, I first came up with the idea for totally selfish reasons, because I wanted to see her face pretty much every day when I went home from work, and I had passed a billboard in Steelton that was available, and when I checked into it, unfortunately that particular location was not available, but the other side of it was. So we started with the billboard in Steelton, and then just yesterday we moved it up here closer to Harrisburg, to the Cameron and Paxton Street exchange, and it will be here for about 2 months, and then we're going to move it a little bit up further on Cameron Street. So she's going to be moving around Harrisburg until about the middle of January.
Mm-hmm. And if someone is seeing this and they maybe know someone who has addiction or they're battling it themselves, you do have a Facebook page for the Eye Care Foundation. So how would people be able to get in touch with the organization?
Well, on the billboard itself, we advertise the national hotline that does go to a Pennsylvania command center. So if you call 1-800-662-HELP 24/7, you can get help for heroin addiction. We also have our our website advertised up there, www.eyecarepa.org, and you can find us on Facebook. And we get daily outreaches for people who need help, and luckily for us, we have a lot of resources that we can get people help right away, and that's what's so important with heroin, because there are a lot of deadly poisons out there. So the sooner that we can get people into treatment, the more lives we can save, and we can get people into recovery.
Okay, well thanks very much for joining us, Wendy.
Thanks, Dawn.